Hello. I think we might be live. Maybe. Let's see. Let's see if it pops up. Let's see if I can find myself. Oh, yep, there it is. Hello, everyone. Hi, Tarot Goddess. Thanks for being here. Hopefully, everybody is doing well. How is everybody? How are you, Tarot Goddess? How's this week's energy been treating you? It should feel very different from like when we were talking earlier this week on Tuesday. It should feel like it's at least settling a little bit, like integrating a little bit more. So hopefully it's better. Oh, okay. That's great. Good. Less tired and creative motivation is wonderful. That's super good. Good. So, what we're kind of experiencing, and I talked about this like on Tuesday, is we have all this energy that's been built up and has come into the space, but like the whole earth and all of us, all of the energetic bodies, we're really like a sponge that's just sitting under the faucet. so so we're way too full, and so any of the new energy that's coming in, it's just leaking out. And so what we have to focus on is how to integrate. How do we integrate that energy? um and the best way to integrate that energy is to figure out where we can use it in our lives, or just let it go, because that's can be an intentional choice as well. So you could choose which energy you want to use and how much energy you want to use, like towards your um, creative endeavors. But also, when you are tired and just don't have the energy to use the energy, then just let it go. Hi, Anara. Thanks for being here. Then you just let it go. We were just talking about integration of energy. Hi, New Beginnings. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I finally got myself together. Well, I had myself together a while ago, and then I had some problems with my computer, and so then that got a distraction, and then I started doing other stuff so that I didn't get like super frustrated with the computer. And then I got all set up and had problems with the microphone, and then that led to more distractions, and it was a hot mess. But I'm here. I'm here now, and we're here. Hey, Tiptoe Joe! Thanks for being here. Yeah, see, everybody's rolling in. Rolling. I don't know where that came from, but it kind of fit. Hey, Michelle! Yes, I'm so glad you're here because I have you at the top of my list to do. Because we ended with your birthday, right? Last week? Fun. Okay. So, thank you all for being here. Make sure you hit the like button on your way in or at some point. And um go ahead and start putting any of your numbers, any of your topics, your birthdays, anything that you would like to discuss in the chat. And while you do that, I'm going to repeat some of what I was telling Tarot Gothis earlier. Well, like earlier, I mean like 2 minutes, not even, like a minute before he came in. I was talking about hopefully how everybody should be feeling better. Because Tuesday was a pretty chaotic day energetically, but all of November is about integration. And so by this time, we should be integrating this energy. And even though the energy is still pretty chaotic, it's at least we're getting used to it. So we want to make sure that we're getting used to it in the right way, that we're like directing it where we want to go. And that's really all of what November is. Because we have spent January to September building up all this energy. Then we were taking in all this energy. Hey, Cousin B! Thanks for being here. Taking in all the energy in October. So now November, integration. Integration, integration, integration. That's what we want to focus on. So, okay. Put in the chat if you have anything you'd like to talk about. Any numbers. Remind me, Michelle, it was your birthday that we ended on last time, right? I appreciate it, Cousin B. Thank you. I appreciate all of you. Every time. I love it. I love this little family of ours. Okay. So let's start there. Since you are here and ready, let's start there. And then anybody else have anything else, we can you can put that in the chat. I do have some other stuff to talk about also. So Michelle's birthday is March 7th. And so we always start with the year. So I'm going to do this a little bit different than I usually do, because just writing down the date to remind me to start with that today, I already was starting to see things. And so I need to write it out the way I wrote it on the paper so that we can start there. So typically we start with the year, where we add up the year. No, there we go. And then we add the month and the day. So that's the day, and then here's the month for our Pisces sister here. And I wanted to write this out because the first thing I saw was that we have two portals that are happening here. And so what this means is whenever you have the same vibration on either end, it creates like this portal where it begins to spin because they want to be next to each other. It spins and then it pushes the other vibrations through. And so with that happening, when we have it twice here, this means that there is a lot of vibrational flow in your life. So, Michelle, it's probably one of these things where people in your life come in and leave very quickly. Like, it can be kind of unnerving how quick, not just people, but like really anything, because it's all vibration, it's all energy, but it's very fast moving energy. And so it's like things flow in very quickly because of these two portals pulling it in, but then things leave very quickly because of these portals pushing it out. And this is actually made even stronger because in between these two portals, we have the 1 and the 9. And so then the 9, hi Judy, thanks for being here. yeah, everything flows a lot quicker in and out of your life. But even more so because the one and the nine is endings. So that's the flow of endings out. And one is anything new. So that's new energy flowing in. So this was the first thing that I saw um, with your birthday, is that it just is very much creating this portal energy where things can seem to move very quickly. And probably at this point in your life, you're kind of used to it. Um, but that would mean that you would be less used to actually slowing down and having the energy be slower. And so it's really important for you to be very intentional about slowing down the energy around you, slowing yourself down in the choices that you make and how you interact with people, slow down of like having people come in and pushing people out, and any energy. Take your time pulling in and pushing out any of that energy. So that you can get used to having a little bit more control of this energy, because this can feel very unnerving, like very out of control. And especially because this energy was coming together to make you your beautiful self in Pisces season, where Pisces is extremely expansive. So it's really everything. Pisces is the sign that represents the cosmos and all of imagination. And so if you think about what can you imagine? Anything and everything, right? So it's very big, expansive energy. That's kind of chaotic and out of control with Pisces, but then with these two portals, it could feel very much like it's moving way too fast. So one of the things you have to do is make sure that you are being very intentional so that you're in control of that energy and slowing it down. Hopefully this is making sense. Then when we add this up, wait, I don't even remember what colors I used. Oh, there we go. We could use this color. It adds up to 30, which then if we add 3 plus 0, then we get a 3. Okay, good. I'm glad it's making sense. And so I've talked about this before, but you are one of the people that has this 0 here. I'm actually one of these people also, because my life path number is 60. So with this 0 here, this is very powerful because this is that God energy. It's the universal energy. It's the one vibration that we have no control over. And I needed to tell you all of this before showing you this, because this 0 being here, it could very much feel like a blessing or a cursing, because you have all of this very powerful energy coming into the space with this 0, but it can add to all of that chaotic feeling because you have those portals up there in the date. And so this again is where you really want to make sure that you are figuring out how to put some structures in place and take control over that energy. Now with this 0 also, it very much puts you in a position where your first step. So to repeat and make sure everybody has it, um, this last number, this single digit number, which we usually get, like we usually, if we ask like the computer for our life path number, if we say, hey Google, what's my life path number? Um, don't ask AI. You don't give them that information. But if you ask, you usually are going to get a single digit number. But what I have been told and taught is that this is just the outcome of like your life path. It's what you're overarching supposed to be contributing um, to the whole vibrational world. So to everybody that's around you, any environment that you're in, any of your relationships or interactions, that 3 is what you are supposed to be contributing to the world. It's just the outcome. And 3 is all about growth. So you're really supposed to be adding to the vibration of growth within our vibrational space, in your energy space. But this part over here, this is the path. So these are the steps you have to take to be able to get to that outcome. And so with this 0 as your first step, your first step is to accept that there's a lot of energy that you are using and that's around you that's out of control and that you can't control. Hi, LTFM. Thank you for being here. And that's a hard first step. So with that first step, a lot of times, and again, I have this first step also, it's pretty early in life where your faith is tested, your definition of a higher power is tested, and you're needing to understand what that higher power is before you can move on to the next step, before you can really do anything. So it's stepping into this place of faith where you have this acceptance that there is a higher being that's greater than you. And so then, regardless of what you are attempting to do or control, that there is the potential that there are things that you're not going to be able to control, and that there will always be something that's out of control, and figuring out how to be at peace with that. And then when that happens, now this God energy is enhancing your growth, because these steps really are for you. You're going through these steps to be able to walk your energetic vibrational path so that you can get to that outcome and contribute to the world. So with the 30, this is letting you know that your growth is pivotal. Your growth is very important. Your growth needs to happen before you can contribute growth to the energetic world around you. The last thing that is coming up, and you can certainly put questions in the chat. Let me know if this is making sense or if you have any questions about any of it. The last thing, though, is understanding that all of these vibrations are neutral. That they can, they encompass everything that we would be considering good, bad, and neutral. And so with the vibration of 30, so like if this is the vibration of 30, on one end here, we have the vibration of peace, because the word peace vibrates at 30. And so there's a lot of times that you can tap into peace and how you define peace to be able to walk this life path. But you have to be very careful because since this 30 vibration is neutral, you also have fear over here. And fear also resonates at a vibration of 30. So there can be times that you are either operating and making choices and moving out of fear instead of out of a peaceful place. And this again is how you, like, making sure that you're slowing down so that you're very intentional about the movement and the use of your energy. Hi, Josh. Thanks for being here. Okay. So, Michelle, let me know if you have questions, if that's making sense, if there's anything you want me to expand on. And I'm going to catch up in the chat. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Oh my gosh, my eyes are bad today. I think they're just tired. Which is crazy because I haven't been on the computer as much as I usually am because I took the day off. Isn't that crazy? Like on days, like Fridays when I work, I'd be all late going live. And then even like today, where I didn't work, I still, whatever. I guess it's all divine timing. I get here when I get here. Oh, that's great, LTFM. That's exciting. I think tomorrow, as part of our hip hop discussion, um, if you want to bring any of the information that you have been presenting LTFM on James Brown, we could certainly use that as part of our discussion because I've really liked that series, and I think it is relevant. Cool. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah. What's wrong with my eyes? Hi, lovely. Oh, Professor Vibrant. You all are cracking me up. Hey, remember, y'all. Remember, Mercury is in retrograde, even though it's evening out and we're integrating it in, it's still in retrograde. So slow down on your communication. There's going to be all kinds of miscommunications that are happening. And we've seen it this week on a bigger scale with people that have all of their business out in the open. It was a crazy week. All right, so let me know what you have, if there's anything you want to talk about. The only thing I really had was I wanted to talk about what integration of energy looks like. Um, but yeah, let me know what else you want to talk about. Hmm. Okay. Yes. Yes. Everything is connected. Separation is an illusion. Love it. Okay. So I will start talking about. Sorry, I just. Okay. Before I came in, I usually meditate and got that I needed to um and I wanted to talk more about what it looks like to integrate your energy. And I had a couple of examples ready. Um Oh no, did I miss something, Michelle? Oh no, did I miss something? Are these messages not coming through again? Oh no. Let me know if I missed something. I can always go back. Don't worry. We could go back. But we have an interesting example of integration. I think that we all will enjoy. So, first thing is um so integrating the energy is using awareness and intention to apply energy to different places in your life. And you can think about energy as however you want to. If it's like, do I have the energy to do something? Do I want to apply my time to this activity or to this person? Um, that's all energy. It's all energy. And so integration is one, being aware of your energy sources. So that could be super simple of like, I don't know why I'm not writing anything. So awareness is making sure that you're aware of energy sources. And this again can be as simple as like the people around you, also your food, music would go here, could be an energy source. But then it could go deeper into like your life path is your energy source, and like your name is an energy source that you can use. Okay. I do see that message now. Let's see. Let's see, Michelle. Yes. Okay, I'm glad I got it this time. Yeah, because it is figuring out where to be able to be in that peaceful place. And part of that is understanding that there's a lot of movement where, especially with this 19, where it could be endings or new energy, both are moving in very quickly. So just allowing that to flow, but finding your peace within it. Good. Okay, good. I'm glad you're sitting in a peaceful place because that energy feels like um, it could be really overwhelming if you weren't at peace. So I'm glad to hear that you are, or at least finding it. And so then the other part of this is intention. So once you're aware of those energy sources, now you have to, with your conscious mind. So this is where you have choice. You make the choice of how to use those energy sources. And this together is how we can integrate the energy. And November is all about integration. November is all about integration. And what I am seeing is that where October, okay, I'm going to come to the chat in just a second. October is it's like paralleling what the energy will be in 2026. November now is paralleling what we will see January 2026. So we're being told that the way to start this 2026 year, this year of all of these new beginnings, make sure you're part of the new nation, is with integration. So practicing now in November on how to integrate this energy in is going to help us at the start of the year. It's going to help us to start 2026 in the right way. Okay, I'm going to catch up in the chat and then keep going. Oh, I'm so glad, Michelle. Yeah. Yes, it can be draining, Anara, but with it's just like the difference between if you're on like a rafting trip and you're on the river, the difference between having intention and awareness versus not is if the water that's flowing in the river is the energy source. That's the energy. That's what's moving you along the river. It's the difference between just letting it take you or having paddles. So when you have paddles, you're not necessarily changing the flow of the energy because you still want to be in flow, but you're directing it and you're directing yourself. You could say, oh, there's a big log. I don't want to run into that. Let me maneuver this way. So having those paddles is like having awareness and intention to help you maneuver through the vibrational flow. So very important to have. Good, good. It sounds like everybody is also really beginning to integrate that Jupiter retrograde in Cancer energy, which we will have around until like February, March. But that's that energy of making sure that you are nurturing yourself. So protecting your peace and building a peaceful space for yourself is nurturing yourself. But it's also being able to receive the nurturing from others. So, and which could be a hard thing. So it's hugging a tree, it's touching grass, even if it's your rich neighbor's tiptoe, you could go touch their grass. Just make sure they're not home and they're not, got a special gift for you or something. But that's taking in from nature. That's receiving that energy, that nurturing from nature. Breathing is nurturing yourself and receiving that energy. Making sure you're taking deep breaths. But then also receiving that from others. Receive the nurturing from others. That is what we are in right now. I love talking to trees. I actually have a game that I play with trees. But we could talk about that another time. Okay, let me not go too much off. Let me not go too off tangent. If we want to talk about talking to trees, we could do that a little bit. Yes. I'm loving the conversation that you all are having. Good, 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 good. Josh. You're asking for a friend? Oh, okay. All right, so We need to have awareness and intention. And I want to show you an example of what this looks like. And what I'm going to use is I'm going to use the name, because many of us, and really all of us, we all in this space, this weird little online YouTube space, we get to choose what name represents us in this space. And so our YouTube name is very much an energy source that we can pull from. Your name is one of the vibrations. So your name and your life path number, these are the two vibrations that you are both sending out into the world to be able to connect with other energy sources, but you're also using to pull in energy into your space. And so it's very important to have awareness and intention around your name. So let's look at an example of using your name with awareness and intention. And I laughed so hard when this was the example that came in. I was like, oh, they're gonna love this. You ready? So our example of using your name as an energy source is quality. Yay! We love quality. So this name is so important. Your name represents you and the flow of the energy into your space. And so quality is the vibration of 66, where 6 is very much about comfort and comfort zones. And so with this vibration of 66, quality is very much putting out vibration and bringing in vibration that challenges comfort zones. So can make people uncomfortable, but at the same time make everyone feel extremely comfortable, like to the point of being family. And so your name is drawing in this vibration. Once you are aware, and actually sometimes when you're not. So this energy can very much flow through your life when you're working with intention without your awareness. And that's what I'm seeing when I look at how energy flows around quality and around our little quality family. Actually, it's getting bigger and bigger. It's so exciting. So I think without our awareness or qualities awareness, this energy has been flowing and we've been using it in very intentional ways without knowing it. And so what happens is, so it's kind of like a grid. So let me remind us what a grid does, and because it's like we're each little antenna. And so at the very middle you have the focus of your grid. In this case it's the name. The focus is what pulls the energy in. It's like an antenna, so it sends the signal out saying, hey, this is the vibration I have to contribute. I would like this vibration to come into my space. And so you have the focus. And then this gathers the energy and shoots it out into the space. And it gets to what we call the way. So points that are the way. Like this is just like the signs on a road that are saying this way, that way. Oh, that's exciting, lovely. That's super exciting. Happy birthday to her. Oh my gosh. Can you hear all those sirens? Goodness. I hope somebody is not in big time trouble and definitely is not hurt. Oh, okay. Ooh, that was a lot. And then this energy, then the energy goes out from the way and it gets, look at this weird old thing, but it gets you to the outside, which is the outcome. Okay, everybody with me? So what we're doing is I'm going to show you how this energy is moving through the space using quality as an example. Okay? So we have 66, where this is the vibration that's being pushed out into the world. And it's saying, here's what I represent. Here's what I'm bringing to the space, and here's what I want to draw in. That's what this 66 is saying. And so there are several things that this does. So the first is this word reacts also resonates at 66. Oh, that's a lot of sirens. So one of the first ways that this energy is intentionally pushed out into the world is through the quality reacts channel. Now this energy is going out into the world, and this is like the beacon. Hello, come in. Come on, this is what we want. And then what is able to come in, and well, actually, let's do this. Then down here, the word happy also resonates at 66. So when 66 is sent out into the world, it is in this energy and this vibration of happiness. So we just had all of the happy birthdays to Mama V. Happy resonates at 66. So when this vibration of 66 is sent out into the world, it can come back into the space. So it's being called in. Then we have where, what does this space begin to feel like as we have all of this 66 energy? So one of the things is that it can feel very much like freedom, because freedom resonates at 66. And so that acceptance of letting people be who they are, we listen and we don't judge, is a sense of freedom. It's freeing ourselves and it's freeing others that are around us to just be themselves, to be their most authentic self. And with the warning that if you are not, you are going to be roasted in the most petty ways possible. But you're free to do that as well. Yeah, there is a lot of them. I'm trying not to tap into that energy. But also, this can very much start feeling like family. Because family also resonates at 66. And so, whether it was intentional or not, this name of quality is pulling in this energy, this vibration of happy, of freedom, and of family, and putting out into the world this reacts. And so then this is quality is the focus. These four are our way. They're the path in which we share and also take in vibration. So push out the vibration and take in the vibration. And so then we have what is the desire. What does it produce? And so I think what I need to do, I learned this. Look it, I learned something new. I can make it smaller. So then when we do 66 plus 66, we get 132. And so if we have 132 here, 132 here, 132 here, and 132 here, now we have 132 equals creativity. So what is produced is a lot of creativity. We have a ton of creators that are coming out of this space. This is why. Because this energy is putting out a call. Hey, we want people and vibrations that are resonating with this. And now this is what it's producing. It also produces that I speak freely. This phrase, I speak freely. So again, being able to be your most authentic self and being accepted, but also it gives you the space to I create freely. So we all are very different creators and similar. And so that's one. But then also 132 is also integration. So then we have a primed vibrational space for us to integrate this energy. Why? Because as this energy is coming in and we're being very intentional about how we are interacting with each other and how we're using it, we can tap into that creativity. We can feel the freedom of what we speak and what we create. Nobody's seeing the numbers again? Of course. So here's the last thing that I think is really cool, because this is what I saw. So when new energy, so new energy is a 1. So when new energy flows into this space through the focus, now it's traveling this way. And what it produces, So here's all that 1 energy. So then if we do 132 plus 1, we get 133. And 133 is the numerical vibration of the word community. We're trying to figure that out, Cousin B. I think it's very intentional. I keep telling you, I see things. It's not just any numbers, it's the numbers that have intention. Like you're putting it in there for a specific reason. But this is how you can use that energy to be able to direct it in these paths for it to go and to get you to your desire, to get you to be able to manifest. So this is an example of using a name to understand the energy that is being pushed out and pulled into the world, and what that can generate. Yeah, I don't know. Is it okay? I'm gonna catch up to the in the chat, but it seems like it's just numbers are not going in again. Yeah, it's a YouTube thing, but but look, it's very crazy because some of them come through and some of them do not. But it's usually the ones that are very intentional and are like a pretty powerful message that do not make its way through. Because I see LTFM's 4 5s. I see Cousin B's 1 2 3 4. But if you've put anything else in there, I don't see it. I can see your numbers, Cousin B. Your 1 2 3 4. I could see that. That's the other thing, is sometimes you all can see it, but I can't. Exactly, LTFM. Because you were just testing it and it doesn't have like an intention, it's just to test it. I could see it. Oh, good test, Lee. I like that test. Yeah, no, it's I think very much deeper than we even know. Cuz I'm noticing also that in other people's lives, they're not seeing my some of my messages either. So it might just be me. Thanks. Thanks, YouTube. Thanks. But it's only the messages that are like actually going to be important, which is very suspicious. I'm trying not to jump into my conspiracy bag, but I could go there and I kind of like it there. It's cozy and warm. But I'll try to stay out of it. Nope, Judy. I don't see your numbers. Does anybody see Judy's numbers? Yeah. Yeah, we got to start like talking in code in here or something. Thank you, LTFM. I appreciate you. Okay, I see that, Judy, when it's written out. 2,213. Yeah, something's happening, and this just started happening. It's not like it's always happened that way. You could do that, Josh, but you know sometimes I'll be a space cadet and I might not get it. Cause you see, I gave up trying to remember to even tell you when I'm going live. I just go live. Okay. Oh, the first one you put in there? 231? Oh man. Now you put too many in there. Why do I see it from LTFM? Is that right, Judy? I'm telling you, something fishy's going on around here. Okay. Okay. You figured out how to put it in there, Judy, but now I'm all confused of which one I'm looking at. The 2,231. Okay. That actually is a good number to look at because we have something else that's happening too. Oh, let me go back to. Whoa! Big. Okay, so let's look at this number. Okay, six different numbers. Okay. Oh, for some reason, LTFM can put the numbers in until he won't be able to. So let's see. Um, so before we jump in to your six numbers, Judy, I'll let them get into the chat, and then we can make sure I have them all. What one of the things that I'm seeing is happening is we have these interesting. So vibration is like threads, and they are woven together to make energy, and then energy is layered and like woven together to make everything, whether it's a tree, whether it's us, whether it's a rock, whether it's air. And the difference just is what are the vibrations that are being used and how tightly are they woven and how many layers are there. So it's like the difference between a summer quilt and a winter quilt. But what I'm seeing is this very interesting weaving pattern that's coming through. And it's becoming more and more noticeable. So what it is it's like these three numbers. We'll just use 1, 2, and 3 because that is one of the patterns that I'm seeing quite a bit. It's like these three vibrations that are sewn together kind of in like this triangle shape, and then they are moving. They're very much and it's not even like spinning. It's like oh, it's like braiding. So when you're like crossing over like this, that's what it is. It's like the vibrations are being bred together, are braided together. Bread? Okay. I messed myself up. But what that means is they're coming across in parallels. So parallel numbers are numbers that all have the same vibrations. Um, yeah, it's like braids. It is the braids. Yeah. Isn't that interesting that that's what's coming through right now? But parallel numbers are ones that have the same vibrational threads, but they're being presented in a different order. So here we would have like 1, 2, 3, but also 1, 3, 2, and 2, 1, 3, and 2, 3, 1. Hey. And then we'd also have 3, 1, 2, and then 3, 2, 1. 7 numbers? Okay. We'll have to see if I could get them all. I think LTFM, you should be really bold and see if you can put all 7 numbers into one message. That'll be the true test. So what's happening is they're coming across in this way. Um and this is similar to have you all seen that movie Everywhere All at Once? Is that what it's called? Or like Doctor Strange in the Multiverse, or anything on Multiverse where there's parallel universes? That's what these vibrations are behaving like. It's like they all exist in parallel form at the same time. And any one of them can be the dominant one and be at the forefront of the space. I'm saying that because it very much feels like, without even seeing all of them, that some of those numbers that you're putting in, Judy, are behaving in this way. And so it may not just be that one vibration. We may be actually looking at all of these parallel vibrations. So at some point, we can talk more about parallel realities and how you can merge your parallel selves. That'll be fun. Yeah, you have more than a doppelganger out there. You actually have parallel lives that are occurring at the same time. Don't get scared now. All right. Okay. Did we get the numbers? Yes. Teamwork makes the dream work. Are they all in there? There's 7 of them. Okay. I'm going to write down what I see because I don't see um oh, you caught that, V? um I don't see, I don't think I see all of them. Let me write down what I see, and then we can fill in the blanks. So I see 2, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 5, 6. 2, 3, 1. And I think that's it. Yeah. I think LT's, yeah. They caught, yeah. YouTube caught on to our trick. You could see all 7? I could only see these 4. Yes, lovely, of course. We could do her name and her birthday if you'd like, or just her name. Either or both. Okay, so 444. No, LTFM. If you put in another number, I don't see it. 352. Oh, hi, koala. Sorry. Sorry. That be happening sometimes. I I didn't mean to. You're very, very welcome. Thank you. We could clip this out also if you need to use it. So, however we can use this, let's use this. Because this is how the community grows and then tension happens. Thanks for being here. Sorry to spook you. But yeah, that happens. My bad. Yeah, I'm sorry. That happens sometimes. My children actually get very angry with me because I quite often will answer questions that they just have in their head. I don't mean to, just happens. But yeah, we could definitely talk how to be able to apply all this to everything you want to do. Because this is already flowing. This energy is already flowing. So, should definitely use it. Take advantage of it. That's cool. It's like, thank you so much for coming in. Sorry to spook you. I both love it and get embarrassed when spooky stuff like that happens. But this is cool. Good. Judy, did we get your numbers? Yes. He heard me in him and cousin B's conversation. It was probably at the same time because I was meditating before I came live, and this is what I got. This whole picture. All right. Whoa! No, not smaller, bigger. There we go. Got too confident. Thought I knew what I was doing. Then I didn't. Sorry. I'll wait for the invitation next time. My bad. But you're pulling in some really cool energy. Yeah, it probably was right before this. My bad. But that's very cool cuz there's you've got some interesting energy flowing in also with all of these retrogrades that are happening. So, any of the discussions that you've been having around how to expand things and structure things right now need to shift just a little bit because Jupiter just went into retrograde this week. So, it means that you have to turn inward and look very much at what needs to be pulled in so that you can push more out, so that you can expand more. So where you've been doing things to expand outward, because that's Jupiter in Cancer, it's what can you do now to pull in, if that makes sense. The other thing is later this month, Saturn comes out of retrograde in Pisces, but Saturn is about structure. So where you've had, and this is for everybody, where you've had internal conversations where it's just been planning or thinking about what the structure could be, in about a week and a half, it'll be time to start actually creating the structures, like actually doing it to create the structures in preparation for expansion, because then you'll be able to expand again starting like February, March, when Jupiter goes back direct. That's very cool. Oh, what? Judy, where'd you get the power to do that? I feel weird being on this side. I want to be in the chat. Yeah, that's what I was saying, V. I all of a sudden now see Judy's numbers. Oh, yeah. No, you are very much resonating that 66. You're very, like, that 66 is a very strong vibration for you. So you want to make sure that you're taking advantage of it, because the other thing is that 66 um adds up. Oh, that 6 looks funny. Adds up to 12 into 3. And so this 12 is changing perspectives. So if you continue to focus on changing perspectives, changing how things are done or how things are perceived, how it's seen, like as being a creator and a reactor that supports other creators and reactors instead of just being in competition. That's a change in perspective. By changing perspectives, that's what brings growth. Very cool. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of tapped into your energy today. You all are funny. You're cracking me up. gosh. Did I get all of your numbers, Judy? Where did they go? Oh, there they are. No, I didn't get all of them. Wait, you typed some more. Let me get them. 352. 352 and 53. Is that all of them? Yes. Yes, Josh. Hey, it does equal family. And that's like the for real vibration of family. 66 equals that for real vibration of family. Okay. Cool. Okay, great. So we got them all. Good. Whew. Now, Judy, did you see these in a particular place or in a particular order? Uh, yeah, yeah. I'm trying not to be koala. I'm trying not to be. Trying not to be. Sleep well. I'll try not to talk to you. Um, I actually, that's a good question. So I actually always did it. I think I was born with it. And I thought that's how everybody saw the world. I thought everybody saw the world in numbers and that everybody could hear each other. And that's just how we talked sometimes. And that everybody could, talk to like passed on loved ones. I thought everybody did that because it was all like my whole life. And it actually wasn't until I, little by little, figured out that those weren't normal things or they weren't things that everybody did. And it wasn't until I was an actual adult that I went on a hike with some friends and I turned and I was like, oh, that tree looks weird. And my friends were like, what? I said, that tree looks weird. Its code is different. Like the numbers, code's different. And they were like, we don't know what you're talking about. And then I realized that I could see the numbers. So like when I'm watching you all, so like when I watch Cousin B, or even earlier this week, Koala, when I was in your gaming um, site or your gaming channel, um, I see all of the coding. I don't just see the pictures. I see all of the codes. It's all in number. It's a little bit crazy. It's a little bit crazy. I had to separate myself for a long time to be able to get a handle of it. Hey, Bush Logic! Thanks for being here. Dang, it's early. That's early. Thanks for being here. Yeah, that's very early. Yeah. Okay, what do we have? So we are looking at Judy's numbers, and then we need to look at V's mom's name. Yes? Yeah. LTFM, exactly like the Matrix, but it's not just ones and zeros. It's actually all the numbers 1 through 9. And then I see how they fit together. Um, so I actually see everything in numbers. And when I first figured that out, I got freaked out and I actually went to doctors and they told me that um, they thought it was like a form of synesthesia. You know, when people like taste colors, like when your senses are mixed up. But no, no, I don't know. That's just what I do. I see everything in numbers. So if I stare at somebody too long, I could actually see their breath and their blood moving. It's crazy. It's freaky crazy. Yes, koala, it is. It's the freaky matrix for sure. For sure it is. So when I say that I can see the changes in the YouTube algorithm, yeah, no, I I really can. But I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it out loud here. We need to talk about it in Discord cuz they're listening. No, don't freak out. Yeah, it's good. Like I'm settling in. Like I wouldn't be able to. I for a long time I wasn't able to talk about it. I wasn't able to like even like condense it down to even be able to talk about it. So like even when people have conversations, I see the code in the words. That's actually why I love music, especially lyrical rap, because I can see the weaving of the vibrations of who's saying the words themselves, and the music. I just haven't figured out how to be able to translate it to show you all what I see. It's pretty cool though. Uh, you guys are funny. Oh, okay, tiptoe. You know what it like when I first when I first figured out that I could see everything in numbers and nobody else could. Like I haven't found anybody else that like sees the world that way. I actually cried so hard because all I could think about was that movie Beautiful Mind. If you've seen it, it's like this brilliant physics professor that like shows how in the stars he could see all the patterns, and but he went crazy and they locked him up. So that's all I could think about. And so then I got sad. I was like, oh no, this is crazy. But it's all good. Now here I am, sharing it with you. Oh, okay, V. If I am, oh man, which one would I? No, you know what I say I am? I say that I'm like the watcher. Because that's literally what it is like sometimes with like all the screens, all of the screens at once. Yeah. Oh, wait, okay, I gotta read this. Oh, yeah. You need so new beginnings. You need to use the yeah. Jean Grey. Oh man, she's scary, man. I don't want to lose control. I don't want to destroy anything. Yeah, no, I think the Watcher. I think the Watcher for sure. You know what, Tiptoe? That I have been called an oracle. I Let me tell you, I've actually been to doctors. I've been to lots of different religious people and different shamans and spiritual people to figure out what the heck I am. And they all tell me something different. So now I just accepted, all right, I'm just me. Yes, yes, new beginnings. We'll talk about that. So we'll do Judy's numbers, and then we'll do V's mom's name. Actually, let me make myself a list, because you know I be forgetting. I be forgetting stuff. And which is really weird because I actually have a weird memory like Sheldon Cooper. But I remember the weirdest things. I can't remember things that I want to remember. But like you could say one word and I can tell you like a whole movie scene. Okay, so we're going to do Judy's numbers. Judy's numbers and V's mom's name, and we're gonna talk about the new nation. So like this new beginnings, you should have the beginning. Yes. Oh my gosh, that's weird. Cousin B and koala in here at the same time? Come on now. Oh yeah. That's not easy to do. And like if you're trying to unlock your third eye without having your other energy centers open, you'll make yourself lose your mind, because your energy has to be able to flow all the way through your body, and so you have to be able to take in the energy and then release the energy. And if the only part that's open is your third eye, then that means all energy that comes in is channeling through your third eye. And channeling, it can be channeling in and channeling out of your third eye. You go crazy, you lose your mind. But I can tell you how to do that too. Because that's the interesting thing about seeing numbers. I could pull them out from anywhere. So people also say it's like being claircognizant, where it's like you just know stuff. But really what I'm doing is I'm pulling it out of the universal code. That's why I can find answers. I can find answers to like all of your questions. Yeah, no, I'm not rushing new beginnings. We're chatting. We're having a good time chatting. I just wanted to write these down so I didn't forget what we wanted to go over. Yeah. Oh, that's a good time. LTFM. That's the time. Yeah. Everybody's here. This is great. Josh, stop it. Don't do that. I don't want to remember that movie. Now I gotta find where did I put your numbers, Judy? Oh no, I see it. Cause I learned my trick. I learned my trick on how to be able to find stuff. You all have any other questions about the weirdness of what I do? You know what I will add, since we're in the conversation about it, is the let me see if I have a picture up. Um so the actual design that's on my merch, that's all been like attuned. Like it's an actual design, like image that was given from, I don't know, God. I don't know. But it is very much attuned to be like the grids we were talking about, where it pulls in the energy and then it helps you to be able to integrate it into your life. So that's kind of cool. Okay, are we ready? Oh, I'm so glad you made it here, Bush. I know, I be going live at weird times. Oh. Okay, tiptoe. That's that's funny. Mm-mm. You are just fine. We are having a lively discussion. That's what this is called. This is the part of class where we have a lively discussion. It's actually usually the times when you learn the most. I actually, when I was a teacher, I used to get in trouble with like the administration or with my bosses because I had so much time in my class where we would just talk and have lively discussions because that's when you learn. That's when you could learn from each other. Okay, wait, let me see. What's your question, Josh? Let's see. Mm. So we actually have okay, let me pull up the answer. Here you go. So with your dreams, you actually have, well, you have multiple types of dreams. The most common are three. There's three different dream types that are very common. Um, there's like your deep sleep dreams, where it is when you're in deep sleep dreaming, it is actually your subconscious state working through stuff. When you start healing, like and you're like trying to do your healing journey, it actually activates your subconscious to bring stuff out and to start working on it while you're sleeping. But then, if you start meditating, you can go into that deep sleep dream state while you're still awake. And then that's how you can work through stuff in your subconscious. You also have like what we would call like lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is actually the most interesting because a lot of times lucid dreaming is when you are actually living a parallel life. You're experiencing your parallel life. So that's why you're lucid dreaming a lot of times. It's just like everyday life. It's not anything special. But then you also have a third type of dream that is more like a visualization, and that's where it's a gathering of energy to try and manifest into the material world. But just like we were talking about, you have to have awareness and intention to be able to do that. Does that answer your question? So there's lot and there's actually way more types of dreams than that. When you so like when I want to ask like one of the monks, like the people that meditate all the time. Um so the people that like meditate all the time, they pretty much stay in a dreaming state. And so I want to ask them, when they actually lay down to sleep, do they actually sleep? Because if you're in a dreaming state all the time, then if you're laying there asleep, are you actually asleep or are you still awake? That's my question. And I think I know the answer. I think it's just the same as when you're awake. You're just letting your body rest, but I need somebody to ask. Oh no. Did I go too out there with the different dreams? Where'd you go? Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so what's interesting, so for me, a dream looks very much like when people are praying, when they're meditating, um, and but also when they're like thinking. And like myself personally, I always see everything in numbers. So I've because it's been since I was born, um I know what things are. So like I know what the code is for like a tree, um and for certain colors. It's like if you learn a color wrong, and so then like every time you see that color, you say a different color. I just That's just how I see it. It is hard to explain. But I just see everything in numbers, but because I always have, that's how I learned. That's how I learned the world. So like as I was growing up and learning, I just learned what the different number codes were. Yes. Yes, you should definitely be writing down your dreams. Oh yeah. You're right, LTFM. That's why, like for me, the dream state doesn't look very different as far as coding is concerned, as far as like the vibrations and the number are concerned, than when we're awake, or like reality. So that's why I can accept it as true that everything is an illusion. We live a dream and we sleep and see a dream. So when are we actually awake? I don't know. Yes, Tiptoe, you should very much be writing down your dreams. Yeah, write down your dreams. Well, and also you can bring your dreams in here and we could break them down. But when you're looking at your dream, you want to make sure that you write down everything you can remember about your dream, and then you go back and you look at it and you see what are the important parts to you. Like, what are the parts that feel important? What are the certain words or images that feel important to you? And that's where a lot of the messages are. Yeah, good question, Judy. So, deja vu is actually that's a parallel life. So, I didn't think we were going to talk about this today, but I guess so. So, our parallel lives are not just like completely separate next to each other, they do overlap. where there's some points in time when a parallel life exists at the same point in time as another parallel life. So when you have deja vu, you actually are seeing it twice in two parallel lives. Yeah. Yeah. Or you could just stick with that it's a glitch in the matrix. Make sure to run. We don't want to know your dreams, Tiptoe? Maybe we do. Come on. Uh-uh. Don't make me pop in your head. Just kidding. I don't do that. I try not to. When it happens, it's totally on accident. Okay, I gotta take my glasses off for the longer ones. Yes. Yes, exactly, LTFM. Exactly. That's exactly it. Yes, Anara, that's those visualization dreams. That's when you have a dream that you are building up energy to bring into your reality. Yeah, that's what you're describing, Anara. Oh, hi, Tasha. Thanks for being here. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah. Don't get in trouble, Bush. I'm glad you're here, but don't get in trouble. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was so happy when I saw that Matrix movie because I was like, yes, finally, there's a way to describe to people what the heck I see. Come on now, Tiptoe. You already know we all a special kind of crazy in here. That's what makes us family. Well, yeah, Anara, some of your dreams, like especially when you have those vivid ones where it's like a manifestation dream where it actually be coming to pass, where it's like a prophetic dream, because that's what those are too, where they can be outside of time. They can be a little bit scary. That's okay too. You can just ignore them, act like you don't see them. I do that sometimes. Like, nope, don't see it. Don't want to know. Nope, don't want to talk to your granny. Nope. That's what happens sometimes with people. Like spirits be coming in and wanting to talk to me. I'm like, nah, no, thank you. I'm good. Yes, yes, Josh. That's another one. Yeah, Element is another one. Another good one is Lucy. Okay, serious question. All right, let me take my glasses off. Yes, yes, absolutely, Tiptoe, because you're supposed to. You're supposed to. So our dreams are actually supposed to be because it's our body that sleeps. It's our body that rests. Your spirit and your energy is always supposed to be moving. When our energy, our vibrations are not moving, is when we get sick, because that's stagnant energy, and that's when it like is still. So if you think about like the difference between healthy moving water and like standing water that's stagnant and gets gross. We need our energy to continuously move. And one of the ways that we continuously move the energy is interacting with it. And so interacting with your dreams, which is part of the energy and the vibrations, is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. That's actually also what we all are doing when we're choosing. So whenever you make any single choice in life, you're choosing which parallel life you're living in that moment. So you're just more conscious of that choice. So no, that makes complete sense. Yeah, no, that makes complete sense. And it's just a practicing of being able to, so like if you meditated or get the right kind of stuff, to get in the meditative state. If you get into a meditative state, the more often you do that, when you're awake, you'll be able to gain more control. You'll be able to gain more control of how you're shifting the reality and using that energy. Yeah. Hope that answered your question. Yeah. Yeah. If you have like the same dream, but it kind of changes each time, it's definitely something you need to pay attention to, especially Inara, if most of your dreams are ones that you're using to build up energy so that you can manifest in your waking life. So you definitely want to pay attention, because it may be some kind of energy that's coming through that wants to be built up and manifested, but it needs to get your attention. That's usually when we have like the repetition, just like the angel numbers where we have like the 333 222. It's to get our attention. So any kind of repetition, when the vibration is very loud and is trying to repeat itself, or it is repeating itself, it's to get your attention. Yes, exactly, V. So it's, how in like the last 5 to 10 years, where they all of a sudden have discovered that it's best if once you have surgery, or you're recovering from an injury, that you need to be walking around, that the sooner that you're up and moving, the sooner you can recover. That's why, because it's moving that energy. And the earth itself, and I know it's hard, especially for us black people, but you should be putting your feet to the ground as often as you can stand it, because the earth automatically helps to move our energy. And so when you go outside, that's why you feel better when you go outside, because the nature is in its most natural state, and so that energy is constantly moving. It's not getting stagnant. I mean, it does sometimes because it gets diseases, but that's usually our fault too. So it's constantly moving. So then when you go out into nature, now that helps your energy to move also. This is why in a lot of the spaces that are made for us in society, they do not have nature. We have limited access to nature. We have limited access to fresh fruits and vegetables. That's why, because we're too daggone powerful. And if our energy was moving like it needed to, so for us to be super healthy, everybody else would be in trouble. Oh my gosh. Okay. Glasses off again so I can make sure to read. Mmm. Yeah. That creepy stuff, Judy, that's a really loud vibration that really caught your attention, huh? Wow. Yes, I love that. I like that understand, inner stand. Mhm. I like that LTFM. No, you know what, Josh? That absolutely makes sense. So, different, and I think, who was I telling this to? Judy, I think I was telling you this, and Cousin B, where every time, like every hour of the day, is associated with a different organ in our body. And so, if you have a problem at a certain time of day, it could be an indication of your energy not flowing well through that organ, and that you could have some problems there. So, remind me, and we can look up, or you can look up. It's because it's part of Chinese medicine where they use the I forget what they call it, but it actually is. It looks like a clock, and it's broken up into slices, and then each slice is like a 2 hour time period, and it has an organ, but it also has the emotions associated with that organ, because our organs are actually where we hold and suppress emotion. So when we've had trauma or we have emotion that we don't want to deal with, it's held in certain organs. And so, again, we need to get those moving so that we can get healthy. That also is why when you haven't worked out in a while, but then you go for a walk or you like start working out, that all of a sudden like old memories can come back up, or you could have like old emotions like come up, and you're having to face them again. That's because you're getting that energy moving, and so it's moving that clogged energy out, and you're getting to see all the nasty hair and goop and stuff that's in there. Oh, thank you, Tasha. Yeah, I don't know. Yep, dreams are very interesting. We could always talk about dreams. Okay, okay. I gotta take my glasses off because they got long messages here. Yes. Yes. Those prophetic dreams, Judy, those are the ones you remember for life. Yes. No, that's absolutely helpful, Bush. That's like walking with bare feet on the ground. It helps your energy so much. So even like if you're like having overthinking or you're having trouble focusing, just going and standing with your feet, your bare feet on the ground, can really help. And then if you add intention to that, so if you intentionally visualize that, like all of that energy that's in your brain that's running around because you have so many thoughts, if you visualize it coming down your body, out your feet, and into the earth, then you can help yourself even more. And so then you could add in, like, okay, we're moving the energy out into the earth, and we're pulling the energy we actually want into us. But that's what earthing does. You know, all them like hippy dippy people that we be making fun of. Well, I be making fun of them because I think it's weird. But a lot of this stuff is very true. So a lot of like the earthing things they do is very true. Oh, you guys have such good questions. Okay, 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 okay. Cool. Sorry, Bush. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Yes, cause it be, you know. So animals are symbolism also, Tasha. So if you're um seeing a certain animal in your dreams, they are carrying certain vibrational messages as well. But okay, so if you're seeing repeating numbers, if you're having deja vu, any of your dreams, this is like why I encourage everybody to keep a journal with them. All of those things, what you should be doing is writing them down, and then like writing also around what you were thinking, how it made you feel, what was happening, who you were talking to. All of those things is what you should be writing around them, because that context will give you clues. You know how well, I don't know if we were supposed to be taught in school how to be able to read something and then pull all of the context clues out to get the full message. That's what we need to be doing. Also, writing and anything that's creative is also helping your energy to flow. So, moving your physical body, moving your mind in a way that's enjoyable. So, making music, listening to music, dancing, art, any of those creative spaces is helping your energy to flow. Yeah. Oh, like I fill journals very quickly. It's mostly numbers. Like you look at my journals, you probably laugh because it's mostly numbers. Sometimes I have like whole pages of numbers. And you're like, yeah, that's Vibrance Journal. Can't nobody read that. Yeah. That actually makes sense. So for anybody, Bush included, if you're needing to cover your head, um, that actually is a higher vibrational energy that is coming into your headspace. So when it's something that, so if you pay attention to like what's happening in your body when you have certain dreams, if it's coming from like your stomach area, that's usually your subconscious. Your subconscious is drawing out messages or information for you. If it's coming from your head space, then it really is a rush of energy. What you might be feeling is if you can't sleep without your head being covered, um, it actually probably is ancestors. or passed on loved ones, or spirits that know that you can hear them. So, just something to think about. Okay, let me see. Oh no. I missed something, Tasha. Oh, you're very welcome. I'm telling you, when I started this channel, I came on and I was like, I don't know why I'm doing this. God says, God says to do it. And so I am here. And now I'm finding out with the rest of you why. Why I'm here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, okay. This is such a good conversation. I don't want it to end. But let's get through our things. Cuz I'll sit here and talk about this all night. Yes, cousin B. Absolutely. Everything does happen for a reason, and all of the connections are for a reason. And the timing is for a reason. I love it because you can't tell me that a higher power, whether you want to call it God or goddess or universe or whatever, is not real. Because if it wasn't, how would all of this fit together so well? Uh oh. Uh oh, Bush. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know what it's reminding me of? Like when you were saying that, Bush, it was reminding me of like the scene in Black Panther when he's like out and the past kings are coming and talking to him. That's what it looks like. So you might need to tap in. Your ancestors might be telling you something. Oh yeah, no, it's good. All right, as long as you all are okay. Yes, cousin B. Like whenever you, so if you are having where you can feel that the energy is coming in through your head, you should definitely tap in there, because that is usually somebody that's or some kind of energy that's operating at a higher vibrational plane. So that could be our ancestors. It could also be anything that we would consider like a deity or a god or a saint, because the God or the universe, it comes to us in the form in which we can accept the message that it needs for us to hear. So if you can hear the message and you can actually take it in, if it comes from an ancestor, then that's how it'll come through to you. If you like need to see it and hear it like from an angel, then that's how it'll come to you. But it's usually through the head. If it's lower body, then that's something very different. Not necessarily bad, just different. Don't freak out, Bush. Don't freak out. No, no, don't be scared. Don't be scared. I'm so glad you could make it. It is kind of creepy that it's so early, though. But you know what else, Bush? You coming in here at around 5 a.m., the like 2 to 3 hours right before the sun comes up, that's when like the veil between the living and the dead is the most thin. So our ancestors and passed on loved ones usually come and talk to us at that time. Yeah, no, it's all good energy. I'd tell you if I felt something off. But like all vibration is neutral. It's us that makes it bad or good. And so that's why we have to be very intentional. That, okay, my dreams that are coming in, they make me uncomfortable, but it's good. It's giving me a good message that's going to improve my life, that's going to help me manifest the life that I want. Like that's the intention piece. So that is going back to like when we were talking about this, where it's making sure that you're being aware of what the energy is doing around you, and also this part, and then being very intentional about how you want to use it. Yeah. Yes, you can't act in fear. Well, and we just saw also, you see how everything always connects with each other? Because we started by talking about Michelle's birth date, and her life path number is 30, and that is both peace and fear. And so we get to choose. That's what free will is. We get to choose which of these energies, which of these vibrations we get to tap into, and how we want to use it. How do we want to work with it? How do we want to apply it to our lives? Oh, yes. Yes, Bush. I love it. The energy is flowing so beautifully. Yeah. I don't know what's happening out there. I just be ignoring it. Something happening out there. And sometimes I'd be wanting to go out there and be nosy. And also sometimes I just go and, look vibrationally and realize that it's actually just boring. It's just weird people doing weird things. But this always happens. I'm telling you. Like all day long, it could be quiet. It could be quiet and nothing's happening. But then as soon as we start tapping into these vibrations and pulling in all this energy, then all hell breaks loose outside. I don't know what they doing out there. Uh, you know what? That's very true. How you scared of energy but can walk with lions? That's very true. No, you're good, LTFM. We were actually just backtracking because things were, connecting. So you missed nothing. Well, and we have the recording, so where? Ah, there you go. So making sure, so if nothing else, if we are aware that everything is energy, everything, everything living and not living, everything we can see and everything that we can't see. Everything is energy, and all of that energy is a weaving of vibrations. If you just have that level of awareness, Now you're able to be more intentional and actually use your paddles in your boat instead of just floating down the river. You could actually paddle and be able to navigate and move and be able to use the energy in a way that's going to help you in your life and not just be taken away by it. You can touch energy. You can touch your own arm, touch your face. All of that is energy. Because actually, what it is, so if you think about it, all energy is made up of these threads of vibration. And that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like these threads of vibration that are woven together. When you have more layers of vibration and tighter woven vibrations, that's when you could actually feel it. So like touching our own bodies, it's just because the vibrations are more tightly. So a good way of thinking about it is, you know how like in science they talk about like the different states of matter, and like water as a liquid moves around, and it has its molecules in a certain state, and then if it's a gas, so if you heat it up and make it a gas, then it's more spread out, and if you freeze it, it's closer together and moves slower. It's the same thing with vibration. It's literally everything. Yeah, don't learn too much. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. But if you keep asking, I'm just going to keep answering. Sometimes I be asking questions and God just be like, no. I'm like, oh, okay. Guess I can't ask that right now. Yes. Yes, exactly. And it's so interesting to me because just like Cousin B said, everything happens for a reason. So there has to be a particular reason that I can see these vibrations, and I've been connected with all of you to help teach you to see vibrations. I really honestly believe that at least part of it is that in the space that we're in, whether it be in the time and place we are in our lives, or hip hop, or all of the above, that we are in need of raising our vibrations. And the way that we can do that is to have awareness that those vibrations actually exist, so that we can start having intention, so that we can use them. Because being high vibration is not walking around smelling like patchouli, which actually really stinks. It's having awareness of the vibration and being intentional on how you use it. And all of this, like, as I'm saying it, I'm learning it too. So we're learning it together and learning how to apply it together. You can. Oh. Oh, bye, Anara. Hopefully you haven't left yet, but bye. Thanks for being here. Have a good night. Sleep well. Yes, Judy, that's right. Yeah, that's what your dreams are. Yes, but Bush, that's exactly why. Well, and that's why on Saturdays we focus in on the hip hop space because we know that hip hop is shifting. That there's a very clear intention to have hip hop change vibrationally. May not know exactly why or move to where, but we're supposed to be focusing in on that. And whatever, like I said, God, the universe, whatever that higher power is going to bring these messages to us in the form in which we can actually accept them and apply them to our lives. And if that's through hip hop, then that's why we're here. Yes, Cousin B. Extremely, extremely powerful. Yes, absolutely. Yes, yes, exactly, exactly. Yes, Cousin B. Those amplifiers, because it's just like those numbers that are 3 digits. There's certain things that are amplifiers. And so then there's certain people that are able to amplify those vibrations also. Sometimes they're called catalysts. They're called energetic catalysts, where they're able to take in those vibrations and the energy and project them out. And so then they become bigger and louder. There's also people that are able to actually take in the energy and then they push out the message or the information. That's who we would typically call as prophets. Typically an oracle is somebody that it goes the other way, where you ask the question and they're able to pull from God, the universe, the higher power, and bring the answer. But we all have those abilities. We just have to work those muscles. Just like we all could be gym bros. We just don't want to. But we could be if you did the right workouts. Ew, but ladies, please don't build up your traps. It's so gross. When I go to, I be at the gym like way too much. But when the women have the big, huge traps and they lose their necks, ooh, I don't like that. I be hesitant to do my back exercises because I don't want huge traps. Okay, sorry, that was a tangent. You can definitely tell when I'm pulling something from higher power and when it's just me, my own weird self. Hopefully that's clear. I think it is. Okay, we're doing Judy's numbers. All right, so we're going to look at these numbers. Judy, are these have you been seeing these numbers at a particular time or a particular situation or around, any context? Because what this is feeling like is it's feeling like this is all a similar message. Not that they're separate ones. It's feeling like instead of being this way where each is separate, that it should be written this way, like how you would read a book. Like that's like how it's kind of coming through, is that it's like a line like this. So 53 goes at the beginning. Because this is what it's feeling like. And so if you are getting numbers that are coming in like this, like they're coming in together, okay, good. And so when we are receiving a vibrational message, when it's numbers, we write it from left to right, but we read it right to left. And so the first thing we have to do is we have to add all of these up. So then we can get, it's kind of like getting the summary of the story, because this is like too long. We don't need to know like all the freaking characters and their backstory, at least not right now. So if we add these up, we get 3,578. And then if we add these up, so 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8. Oh. Oh, okay. You go laugh, Judy. 23. That goes to a 5. Fives have been chasing Judy for months. So then we read it. So we read it to be able to tell the story. We go from the far right all the way to the left. So we start, yeah, we start at this end. So the story is about change, because 5 is all about change. It's about a change that needs to occur. And this change that needs to occur, it's focused in on some kind of growth, but making sure that you are aware in which direction you are growing. It also is, this growth is necessary so you can have a clear understanding of the extremes that exist, so that you can end the polarization or the dualism that's in there. The other piece is because 23 is the numerical vibration of the word I am. This is within you. This is an identity thing. It's a change. It's a growth in identity, in who you are, in an I am. And this doesn't feel like it's just for Judy. Like there's others in here that need to receive this message as well. That there's a change that needs to occur within how you're identifying yourself. And it's mostly coming from this dualism where there's like a split, and it's not like split personality, but it could be. But it's like this split where how I'm seeing it is that where we used to need to be one person at home and a different person like at work or outside of home, because that's what we had to do to be able to survive, that is ending. No more. Now that's going to come across as inauthentic. And we're seeing this in like Generation Z and Gen Alpha, where they keep getting in trouble because people are like, that's not how you behave in this space. Like, that's not professional. And they're like, no, I'm me everywhere I go. But that's the dualism that needs to end. That's what needs to change. But we have to grow outside of our current perspective. And that's where this growth is. So to get to the change, the growth has to be made first. So we're able to see clearly how we can end the dualism within our own selves. And so we are able to walk into any space and at any time, being our most authentic selves, not being split. Where, yes, there was most of our lives and way before that where we had to, especially if you're in a marginalized group. So if you're a woman, if you are black, if you are from a country that would be considered third world, which I freaking hate that term, but we've had to split our authenticity. We've had to split our identity in order to survive. No more. No more. That's what this story is telling us, that to be able to get to this change, there needs to be growth in some way so that you have a clearer perspective of how to end this dualism. And then if we continue to go back, and well, it's not back, this is forward when we're reading the story, then we get to this 8. So the way that we are able to grow and end this dualism within our authenticity and our identity of self is to first recognize the energy that is coming back around, the cycles of energy, because you can see it in our lives and around us and in our everyday life all the time, where it's these energies that are repeating itself again. It's like, why is this coming back? What is this? Like, why all of a sudden do you want segregation again? I don't know why that's the example that came out of my mouth, but that's what came through. But that's what we need to recognize. We need to see those cycles, that energy coming back around very clearly, especially in our own lives. Because as we see that in our own life, this is the opportunity now to be able to take action in vibrational flow. That's the 7. To now change something, do something different. Yes, I love that it's 11/11. Woohoo! And we just had the 11/11 portal this week, so that's fun. So that's probably why this is coming through so smoothly. So in order to change, to bring about this change, this vibrational change that's us, but also expands outside of us as an individual. It expands outside of us as an individual, and then it hits our family, it hits our communities, it hits our countries, it hits the world, it hits the solar system, it hits the galaxy, it hits the universe. It's all expanding outward. That this change needs to happen in the space of identity, so that we can end the dualism of the cycles that are repeating itself. So of this energy that's coming back around. When we are able to recognize these energies that are cycling back around, then we're able to take action and flow. If we don't first understand what this energy and these cycles are, then the action that we take will be outside of vibrational flow, and they will either not work or it'll make the process harder for us. Once we are taking this action and flow, then that begins this process of change. This is when you'll start seeing small changes, like a small change of like speaking to somebody in a workspace like you would speak to somebody at home, or speaking to somebody out in the community like you would speak to a family member. You're beginning to blur those lines between what is appropriate and what isn't about your authentic identity in those different spaces. You'll begin to see those little changes. And with those little changes, now this growth can begin. And this growth is directly tied to this growth here, because this growth begins, and then this is the growth that's needed to be able to end this dualism. And then all of this string of numbers, it's all the details that we don't actually need. They're fun to read sometimes. But what we really need to understand is this part here, that there's changes that are happening that need to happen. And our role in those changes is to look at our identities, grow in a way that we are able to see clearly where our authentic identity, our authentic selves have been split. And just because this is dualism, that doesn't mean that it's only two ways. This split could be many, many splits. But it's time to bring that together. And the way to bring that together is to recognize which cycling energies, and these could be systems, routines, behaviors, ideas, mindsets, that are perpetuating this split in identity. We have to recognize them first and then be able to take action in vibrational flow so that those small changes can begin to happen and growth can happen. Very important message. And I'm seeing also here that it's important to point out that we do have this mirror image. So we have the 53 with this 35. So making sure that you recognize that a lot of the learning and the information that we need to get are going to come from mirror images that we may not want to see. But that's what growth is. Growth is being able to step out of your current perspective to see the world in a different way so you can accept learning. Yes. Okay. All right. What comments, questions? What should we add? What should we look at also? Yes, exactly, LTFM. Like, this is a big, huge message that we've been actually getting, especially in the hip hop space. That authenticity and identity is huge and very important. Yes. Yeah, Josh. So 23 is the numerical vibration of I am, but 23 chromosomes, 23 genes, 23andMe is the genetic breakdown of your genes. Yeah, no, and one of the things that we have to understand is that entities in power and systems that are giving certain groups of people more power already understand these things. The systems that are in place are to make it so that there is a limited access to this information. They just did not expect there to be people like me and people that are getting that information from the source. And what we're seeing in hip hop is more and more people and artists that are actually getting these messages directly from source. They're getting them directly from God. And so it's messing up the plan of those that are trying to control the access to this information. I don't want to say anymore. I feel somebody watching me, which I don't like. I don't like that feeling. Yes. Be yourself. Exactly. Yes, exactly, LTFM. Yeah, so this is the same message that we've been seeing. This is this message is coming through in very what would be seemingly different spaces and in different ways, but it's the same message. Well, thank you. You must have made the secret sauce though, LTFM, because you adding it on. It's great. I love it. There it comes through in all these different ways because more and more people need to be able to see it. So that's why, like right now, all of these scientists are freaking out about how the earth is behaving and all of the earthquakes and the volcanic eruptions, or they're freaking out about Three Eye Atlas and all the comets and stuff. They're all saying the same message. They're just delivering the message in a way that they will accept. So if they won't accept the spiritual conversation or the conversation about God or the conversation through hip hop, they're going to get it a different way. But this is the same message that's coming through all over. It's very big. Yeah. Yeah. So we have to be careful when we're mirroring, and remember that what we're seeing in the mirror, we have to receive and accept. And this is going to be even bigger right now because we just had Jupiter in Cancer go into retrograde. And so now all of that energy, Jupiter is huge. That's our biggest gas planet. So that's a lot of energy that's now turned inward. And so this is a time of receiving nurturing, receiving healing. But we have to remember that that nurturing and that healing may not come in a form that's comfortable to us. We learn the most, we grow the most in an uncomfortable state. So if you're comfortable, it's much harder for you to be able to make the changes that you need to make. And so that's why a lot of things that are happening around us are making us uncomfortable, making life uncomfortable at the same time we're getting these messages. Because it's in that state of being uncomfortable that we learn the most and we grow the most, and we can really pull in this energy and vibration and be able to use it. That's okay. It's so weird when that happens. There's more information like right here, but it's like paused. It's like somebody put it so like if you're seeing all of the numbers moving like this and then all of a sudden they just stop, it's like somebody said freeze, then it just freezes. It's like not yet. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So let me catch up in chat. Right. Nope, Bush, you're absolutely right. It's not a coincidence. It's actually feeding your soul because it's the energy. Yes, yes, Bush. But that's why we need to be here all together because I can pull the information out, but I need to know what I'm looking for. That's why I love having the discussions and interacting because you're helping me to see what are the pieces that are important that I need to pull out. Yes, Josh, you're right. It does sound more like a 16, that tower. Yeah, yeah. That tower vibration where 16 is that big change that's going to happen whether you want it to or not, and you get to choose if you're going to make the change and then watch the tower fall, or if you're not going to make the change and you're going to fall with the tower because the change is going to happen. Yes, yes, V. Woohoo! Good, Tiptoe. Yes. Oh, yeah. You all tapped in. You all are tapped in. Yes. 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 I thought so, Judy. But I couldn't remember. Yes. Yep. You're all tapped in. And so now is the moment that like as soon as we're off of here, everybody should be going and finding that journal, finding that notebook, finding that piece of paper, finding, the form you're not going to fill out and you could write on the back of it and write down what's coming through right now because you all are tapped in to the vibrations in this conversation and in this space. And so then that means you have direct access to the rest of these details. And they will come through how you need them to come through so that you can receive the message in full. So if when we come together, we're able to help each other to tap into that vibrational flow, and then we go our separate ways and we're able to use it and pull in those vibrations and apply them to our life, that's exactly what this part is. That's what this is. Because now we are all attracting in that energy and spreading it outward. So now this is getting bigger. We're applying it to our lives, and then that automatically applies those vibrations to all of the lives and the spaces that are around us. A vibrant village. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay, I gotta remember what else we were supposed to talk about. Oh yeah, I need V's. Where's my list? Okay, there. I need your mom's name, V. Boop. Got it. Yeah, I'm glad you're hanging in there. Yeah, this is a deep one tonight. This is a deep conversation tonight. When you said vibrant village, Josh, I have to show you all this because it was like it looked very interesting, and so I did the, of course, because you know I do. I did the numbers. So, vibrant is 86, which is the same as a storm. And village is 68. So we have another mirror image here. So there's that mirror again coming up. Okay, I see it. Yeah, so interesting. Another mirror image there. All right. So let's get. Oh, okay, Cynthia. Oh, I love that. All right. Let me get to somewhere blank. Is this blank? No. Is this blank? Whoa! Why did it do that? I got too fancy. There we go. That freaked me out. Okay. So that when I say that you all are like tapped in, you definitely are, because the things that you start saying, um, and the numbers that you're experiencing, they're aligning with what we've been talking about. Yeah. Yeah, sure, Judy. Okay, so let's look at Mama V's name for her birthday tomorrow. All right, make sure I'm spelling it right. Okay. Cynthia. Okay. So, for those that haven't been here before, of course, I decided to take a drink of water like right as I started talking, but you know, whatever. um so for those that haven't been here before, and any of us that just need a reminder, we have two vibrations that are very strong for us personally, and that we use to both um, add to the vibrations of the world around us and to connect with vibrations, whether that's another person or a space, but also to draw in energy or vibration. Those two things are our name and our life path number. And your life path number is based on your birthday. Um, and so we're going to look at Cynthia's name here to be able to see what these vibrations are, how her name attracts in certain vibrations and energy, how she uses her name to connect with others. And it could tell a little bit about how you move through the world, because that's your interaction with vibration. And so we use just we're going to use English. So every language could be different if it has a different alphabet. But in English, A is going to be 1 all the way to Z, that's 26. And so C is 3, Y is 25, N is 14, T is 20, H is 8, I is 9, and A is 1. Yeah, you're right, Josh. That's a really good way of putting it. All right, so let's add this up. 3 plus 25 plus 14 plus 20 plus 8 plus 9 plus 1. Hey, okay. I'm feeling all your energy. There is somebody, I don't know who, that really wants to ask a question and keeps not asking it. I'm just gonna put it out there. You are welcome to ask. I'm open to you asking. Please do. Okay, I'm just gonna say that because I keep hearing it in my head. I keep hearing, I have a question, I have a question, I have a question. And it may be more than one of you, but just ask. Oh, and there's Tiptoe Joe. Okay. All right. So when we add this together, we get 80. And so then 8 plus 0 is 8. And we saw this when we were looking at Michelle's life path number. So just like with the life path number, this single digit number this is like the outcome. This is what the vibration will look like and feel like in the world. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to creep you out. I want you to come back. But hey, if you like creepy shit, if you like horror movies and stuff, just come back. Cuz who knows what we'll be doing next time. Next time we could be, talking to passed on loved ones or to our friends that live above. Shh. Don't tell nobody they're there. Okay, let me stop. So this is the outcome. This is the full contribution to the world. And so this contribution of the name is really about looking at and understanding these infinite cycles. And in this case, it's wanting to be presented as infinitely cycling energy. So V, your mom is regularly presented or regularly sees or is very connected to this repeating energy. It's very strange because what I'm actually seeing is I'm actually seeing her as part of this energy. I don't know what that means. But usually when I see these eights, they look like somebody observing the cycles, but in this case, it's like she's part of the cycle or she's adding to the cycle. I don't know. You might have to give me more context to help understand that, but that's what it like the outcome of this vibration is for her specifically. And so then we're getting to that outcome through this path where this 0 is step 1 and 0 is this God energy, this universal energy that cannot be controlled. And so the first step to actually be using this energy and maneuvering with this energy and having awareness of the energy is to accept that there is a higher power, a bigger vibration that cannot be controlled. It very much feels like that at times. She feels very much like a very faithful person. Like, faith is a very important thing. And so it doesn't seem like it's hard for her to accept that there is a God or a higher vibrational being. But it's like she struggles with understanding why others don't have the same faith and how to be able to connect with people when her faith is so strong. Yeah, okay. Okay. Thank you, V, for adding that. Because it's like she's so tapped into these cycles and like understanding how um the cause and effect work, like the reap what you sow works, that she's part of it. It's like she's in there. Yeah, okay. 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 So she's very tapped in. That's why she looks like she's part of this energy, not just observing it. It's like she's actually living it. And that makes sense because then this second step of like, once you step into faith and accept this God energy, then you could see the cycles very clearly. So it seems like yeah, she's seeing these cycles very clearly, but then that's what she can contribute to the world, is being able to help others understand what this cycling energy is, like this energy coming back around again, and how uh it's all in a cycle. Like, she very much, whether she can verbalize it or not, she very much understands how all of this energy cannot be created or destroyed. It all cycles through, and it will always come back. It may come back in a different form, but it always comes back. She understands that very much. And so it seems like the way that she behaves with others is with that knowledge, making sure that what she's putting out is what she wants to get back. But it's also like the lessons that she teaches, like what she contributes to other people in the world, are around that also. Making sure that other people are aware of what they put out, what the vibration is, and the energy they put out into the world, especially when there's intention applied to it, is going to come back. It may not look the same, but it will come back. Okay. Okay, so then that makes sense, V. That if people are coming, yes, okay. So that makes sense. That she doesn't, she's so tapped in, that she does not, she's so tapped in that, it's very foreign to her why people behave the way that they do. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, and then her single digit life path number is a 7. Okay, so then if we put the 8 and the 7 together, so then 8 plus 7 is 15, which goes to 6. And so with these two single digit vibrations together, it's bringing to a place where her energy is very much promoting change, but it's promoting the change that would allow new energy to come in. So it's like she's trying to help others to change so that what they really want in their life and that new energy could actually come into their world. It can come into their life. It can come into their space. But she does it in a way that is very, very comforting. And that's the outcome. Is that with those two vibrations combined, she makes people feel extremely comfortable, like they're at home and that they're welcomed and that they're loved. And so then it makes it easier for them to hear and accept these lessons of change that she's bringing, especially around this 8 of like these cycles of energy. Wow, your mom has beautiful vibrations. Like her energy feels very good. Yeah, she's very much tapped in. I think she sees and knows much more than she may tell people. Like that's how tapped in she is. Like she could have a conversation with Allah or God or whatever the higher power is that she's just having a discussion with at that moment. It's like they're sitting next to each other. Wow. Mhm. Her energy feels really good. I'm going to try not to be intrusive. Try not to be intrusive. Okay. Let me know if you have any other questions, V, or energy. Yes. Okay. That's very much confirmation. Let me know if there's any other questions you have. I'm going to go back in the chat and make sure I didn't miss anything. Well, I know I did, but... Mm. You need to get some grass, Tiptoe. So, you out there in the desert, like the sand is very healing as well. But just don't be like trying to walk or lay on no rocks or something. Yeah, Judy, let Bush know. Okay, new beginnings. I'm glad everybody used to it now. Oh, you guys crack me up. You are meant to be here today, Bush. There is some deep messages here for you. Yeah, V, your Mama V's energy is so amazing. You are very lucky to have her. And her energy is so powerful and far reaching, too. It's, yeah. I'm still trying to like disconnect and not be intrusive. But it feels very nice. Mm, yeah. You know what, Bush? I think a lot of us have had that same experience with family. I know I have. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You all are on it. Tapped in. Yes. Yes. Thank you for adding that, Josh, because that's very true. Like, even just the definition of her name fits in. Nice. Okay, Tiptoe. As long as you can find some grass, go to the park. You know what I really want to get? I've been wanting to get, but I have this issue with sand and like feeling sand under my feet. Like, well, not sand. Like when it's like a beach or it's like a big bit of sand, I love it. But when it's like a little bit of sand, like on the floor, ew, that's disgusting. But what I've wanted is a Zen garden where all that is fine sand, and you can put rocks in there, but people go and you just rake the sand. You stand in there barefooted and you just rake the sand. It's a meditative practice. It just sounds like so satisfying, but I just can't. Oh my gosh, I can't, because if I get sand like on my floor and I feel it, oh, I'm gonna lose my mind. Yes. Yes, you are, Josh. You ain't gotta lie. That's wonderful, V. Yeah, she's amazing. Okay, new beginnings, you're back in here. I want to make sure because I want to. The last thing I think we have on our list is to talk about your new name. Oh, that would be beautiful. I, that it's just when it's like the little bits of sand. Oh yeah, I can't. Oh gosh, you probably would love it, Tiptoe. You get out there, enjoy your little partainment, and then go out there and rake the sand. You would be high on a different kind of level, in a whole meditative state. You would come back in here telling us whole prophecies. Okay, I think. Oh my gosh, where's our list? Oh my gosh, where is it? I can't find the list. I think the last thing was just looking at new beginnings, new name. Oh my gosh, I'm all over the place. Let me stop and get lost. Okay. I'm glad you're here because I wanted you to be able to ask all your questions. Okay, so New Beginnings has a new name on her channel, which is so exciting. Um, it's the New Nation. And so we were talking a little bit earlier about what the name should actually be. And so we looked both at the, oh my gosh, new nation, and without the without the that felt really weird in my mouth. It probably sounded really weird too, but okay. All right. I'm trying not to get caught up in the chat, but it's hilarious. It's cracking me up. Okay. So, the first thing is so again, we're using our code where it's A equals 1 and then Z equals 26. And so first we want to look at the word new. So if we look at just one of these new, because we talked about also if we had just NU, and it was giving a very different vibration. But also we couldn't find her because there was too many. But new here is 42, and 42 is the vibration of the word self. So it's a drawing in of like the energy. It's like saying, bring yourself. Come as you are. Bring yourself. Especially because you're repeating it. Because then when you're repeating it, now that's the same as like having those double numbers that are the same vibration. So now this part is amplified. It's giving an amplified vibration. So it's extra loud. So new was always the good part because it's amplifying out much louder. It's being heard. So then it can draw in more. And then because we used NEW, new, it is two things. It's letting people know that they should come as they are in their full authentic self, but also this 42 adds to 6, again, where we've seen this again and again, where it is giving a sense of comfort. And so we already talked about this with koala, that the single digits of these is 6 and 6. So now we're here again with this 66, which is the numerical vibration of family and happy and also quality. But family, happy, and freedom. So this is like the meat of this vibration, because all of these vibrations are woven together. And so this is at the core of it, is that you are, with this vibration, you're welcoming in people to be themselves and giving a comfortable place to feel like family, to just be happy and to feel free. So that's a beautiful thing. And let me know if you have questions, New Beginnings. You certainly can ask them. Nation is 73. And 73 adds up to a 10 and a 1. So this nation word is now, it's drawing people in, which is funny because you use the word new as like new beginnings, but then you have this one here for this word nation, where it is the drawing in of new energy and using this new energy as it comes in. So then let's look at if we just use new nation without the. So that would be, let me move this up a little bit. You can go up here. There we go. So if we just did 42 plus 42 plus 73, that's if it was just new nation. And that gives us 157. And the thing that, so 157 is good, but also it could be a little off-putting. But let me explain why. So 157 is, when we add these together, so 1 plus 5 plus 7 is 13, where 13 is transformation. It's the biggest transformation that you could make. It's one that you cannot come back from. It's so big that it actually changes the foundations of who you are. But what is happening is, because this is so big and it's connected here to this 5 and actually this 15, which is behaving like 555, this is too much change for some people. It's just going to be, so even though you have this 6 vibration that is very much making it feel very comfortable, like a nice safe space to be in and to be yourself, with all of these 5s, it's coming across, the vibration is coming across more as like a place where you need to come to get the vibration of change. And while there are, like in our discussions, like in your lives and in your videos, there's very important discussions that need to be had, and there's definitely change that needs to happen. We don't want people to encounter this vibration of change so much right as they're meeting you, because then that can make them nervous. And when people get nervous and uncomfortable, then they act out and they do weird shit. And we don't want that. So what we can do is we can add the word the on here. So if we make it now the plus 157, the is 33. And so here is another 6. So that's what it's doing. It's making it so the 6 energy of comfort is overpowering that uncomfortable feeling of needing to change. So that's what having the in here does. It also is another amplified vibration. So just like up here, where this is an amplified vibration because it's repeated, now the has this 3 amplified again. So now these sixes of comfort are the dominant vibration. So it's kind of like if you look at like yarn, and like yarn that has multiple colors in it, and you can see how all of the threads of the yarn are woven together. There could be some dominant vibrations, so it's like the color that pops out the most. Here we want the color, the vibration of 6 to pop out the most, because that's going to bring the comfort. It's like, come into the new nation and be comforted. Come and be yourself. It feels like family. It's a place to be happy. You can feel free here and comfortable. So that's what adding the to it actually does. That's how it changes the vibration. And so then when we add 33 plus the 157, we get 190. And so now that we're at this 190, we are drawing in this vibration of God. We're saying, God, take the wheel. Bring in your energy. We're not going to try and control it. We want you to come in so everything is happening and in divine timing and in a divine way. And we want that God energy to come in with this 6 energy to make it feel very comforting and powerful at the same time. It also then allows for this 19 to be where the transformation happens, because now the 19 has an ending. So you end the things that are not working for you. So now that you're in this comfortable space that God is approving of and that God is enjoying, you can bring an end to things that are no longer working for you and draw in brand new energy. So here's new again. It was really important for you to have new beginnings be in there multiple times. And we're seeing it in multiple ways. Where we see that you have new repeated here twice. We have nation that actually is adding up to a 10 that is bringing in new energy. And then here again, we have the 1 that's bringing in new energy. And when we add this up, we're again here with the 10 and the 1. So this is making the not only the 6 energy of comfort very dominating, but it also is highlighting that vibration of new and fresh and welcoming is the 1. And so that's why I think you should have the on here. Whenever I, like in Discord or even in here, give you a vibration and then I tell you it equals something else, either that's what has come to me, or I look in my journal and I see the last time that I wrote that number, and that's what it matches with. And that's what where we got. So let me look. Let me see. Where do we have the 190 was the activist artist. And I'm trying to see what day I wrote it on. Here we go. I actually just wrote it on the 12th. So 190. Let me get a different color. I love these colors. It makes me happy. Okay. So 190 also is the activist artist or artist activist. So these 2 words together. And so what now again is making this so powerful is that you have both of these words starting with A, which is 1. So here's more new energy coming into this space. This is really thinking about how your creativity. So now here, as the activist artist or the artist activist, you are creating with your creativity change. So now this is where we can get to that change that you're helping to usher into the world. You're helping people to change and to see change and to see how they can change their lives. But you're doing it in very much a way that is comforting with that 6 and is very inviting of new energy in. Okay, how did I do? Any questions? Okay, I gotta go back and look at chat while you're putting any questions in there. Yeah. No, like all of it. Yes. What Judy said, Bush. You definitely need to come tomorrow because tomorrow is when we focus in on hip hop and we use hip hop specifically for examples. Oh, yeah, it is her birthday now. Did you say the first happy birthday? Okay, so I'm gonna wait a minute to see if there's anything else. I hope you all are thinking about what we could talk about. There, man, it seems like there's always so much to talk about in the general space, but also in hip hop. So we'll see what we have to talk about tomorrow. But we definitely had some numbers come up this week. I know it's super late there, New Beginnings. So if you don't have any questions right now, that's okay. Um, I'll still wait, but um, any of you can, you know where to find me. Let me know if you have any other questions. Wow, we really tapped in today. This was an extra long live. It was good though. I'm gonna go eat and I'm gonna sleep good. Well, my body's gonna sleep. My mind doesn't sleep. But it's not anxiety. Thank goodness. It used to be. Uh, and Josh, you see the word that's on my merch? Creativity. Yep, it's what's coming in. So let me see. Let me see while I'm waiting to see if there's any questions. I'll show you since some people haven't gotten to see it. Let me see if I can get a page open. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is so funny. Yeah, it was like creativity all over the place, but here we go. All right, can you see this? Let's see. So this is my merch site. All of the merch is centered around the word creativity. And it's because the message that I was given is that um, the message I was given is that the ways that we are going to be able to combat the vibrations that are coming in, and we're going to be able to make this shift and um, bring these new vibrations into the world are through creativity and community. And in a dream, actually in a meditative state, is where I saw this image. And this image is very much drawing in all of these vibrations of creativity. And if you look, let's see if we could get closer. We have the 132 creativity, and then look, We got the 66s in there right at the center. So every single layer of this image adds up to the 132 in creativity. Oh yeah, it all comes full circle without even trying. Without even trying. All right, let me see if I can find you all again. Ah, there we go. Okay. Oh, hi, Lazavius. Thanks for being here. You just caught us. We are just about to shut it down. Yes. So, for everybody, the way I have put that merch site together, there should be something for everybody. So, if you want to get a sticker, if you want to get a journal, if you just want to get a pin, it does not matter. You don't have to get anything big. You just want to have that grid on there to help draw in that creative energy. Oh, there's New Beginnings. No, you cannot make any of this shit up. And what's crazy, and you all that are here every week know, this happens every week. Every time we get together, we see this whole big, huge fabric of vibration coming together. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming and showing support. I really appreciate it. Thank you all for being in here. And thank you all for hanging in there with me. We went through some really deep stuff over a long period of time. So I think we all are troopers. I'm not going to say you are troopers. Just you. All of us together are the troopers. Oh, that would be great. Yes. Take all of that creative energy, Bush, and yes, now is the time. That's great. That would be so exciting. That's being intentional with the energy. Love it. All right, y'all. I really do gotta go eat and shut it down. Yeah, you did, Tiptoe. And I gotta make sure to charge everything, because we used all of the batteries. So we gotta make sure everything is charged up for tomorrow. So I will be back tomorrow. It'll be earlier than today, but I can't tell you what time because I never know what time. I just go live when I'm ready. And when it's all divine timing. I don't know. I don't ask. I'm just like, okay, this is when we're going live. This is when the people that really need to be there will get here. Oh, thank you, V. I'm really proud of it. I spent a lot of time on that design. I am going to put a video together breaking down all the parts and pieces, like all of the sacred geometry and stuff, because it's really meant to be like create a very powerful but peaceful vibration. So thank you. I'm so glad that you can feel that. Okay. I'm not going to get on any more tangents, and I'm not going to let you make me cry. So, I'm going to go eat. I will be back here tomorrow. Hopefully, you will be back here with me. If you haven't hit the like button on the way in, please hit it on the way out. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful night to most of you. Have a wonderful day to some of you. And I'll see you so soon. Thank you so much. Thank you, Judy. I appreciate you as well. I appreciate you all, but I will take that in. Retrograde Jupiter and Cancer. I will take in the love I receive. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.